Summit Racing Equipment Motorsports Park, Norwalk, Ohio. If you're looking for a fan-friendly environment, this place can be tough to beat. How many other racetracks do you know where ice cream costs just $1? But making friends isn't on the minds of the competitors of the Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series. The second half of the season starts today, and in both alcohol dragsters and alcohol funny cars, nobody has grabbed the reins in the point standings. A win here today could go a long way in deciding this year's champions. And what a show the Bader family that runs Summit Racing Equipment Motorsports Park has put on this weekend for the fans at the Summit Racing Equipment Nationals. This was from Friday night as our nation celebrated its 238th anniversary. Happy 4th of July, USA. But when the sun came up on Saturday, for all of the competitors in the pits, it became very serious, very quick, especially in top alcohol dragster. That's Alan Reinhart. I'm Dave Reef. We're talking about all 10 in the national top 10 in points are here this weekend. 21 cars entered.
You mentioned that the winner this weekend could go a long way towards furthering his results. 2 of those top 10 didn't qualify this weekend. And you talk about having a black mark on your report card at the end of the year. There's no going back and fixing that. That
was Joey Severance. It was tied for the points lead. Also Dwayne Shields, who was 3rd. So by the time we're all done, of the 8 that qualified, only 5 were left. Here's the ladder as it sets up for round number 2. Find the driver with a yellow next to their name. They are the ones that pick their lane in the matchup. 8 drivers, still 5 in play in the top 10.
That Dan Dietrich is something you don't see very often. Number 17 advancing to the second round. Got in as an alternate, advanced in round 1 when Mike Manners couldn't back up in the burnout.
Mark Tolliver's the number 1 qualifier, 10th in points. Racing Brandon Brewer here.
Brandon Brewer, the advantage with that torque converter car, but just not quite enough power as Taliaferro goes 5.307, 273 miles an hour. Remember, Team Marco has got Norm Grimes working on that car right now.
One more look back. What do you see out of this pass?
I mean, that Norm Grimes power just drove around Brandon Brewer there on the big end. Like you said, big hole shot for Brewer off the line, but he had it by half track.
With Chris Foster's moving on to the semifinals, here we'll think mark a 5:30 with a 7. Is that what you expected?
That was pretty close. We qualified about that. What did Brendan run?
I don't have that.
Okay, well, it was good enough to get the win anyways, all in all.
That's all you need. So any changes you think for this next round with the, it's now in sunshine?
It's only the second time we really got down the track all weekend, so that's Norm's call. Thank you all very much.
That's why you pay the crew chief. Let him worry about it, right? For second, McPhillips is going to run him down, but as we watch this one again, that's just an absolute thing of beauty, especially for Mike Strasburg's seat.
Let's listen in. Great race side by side. You saw some cylinders going out for Rich McPhillips. That may be what ultimately cost him as the margin of victory just by the front nose wing. Give it to Mike Strasburg.
And will this be the day that Mike Strasburg finally wins a big Wally in national event competition? That's really the only reason he's in that car right now.
That's what Jim Whiteley wants to get for him. Well, here comes a big moment as Chris Demke, the point leader in the category now on the national scale, is set to take on Mark Tolliver, who's 10th coming in. But again, 1 to 10 so tightly compacted. It's anybody's game still.
Yeah, nobody has really taken charge of this. One of the interesting things for these alcohol cars, and Chris Demke and his team haven't decided yet, there's a division race next weekend in Woodburn, Oregon. Now, you don't exactly need a PhD in geography to know that is a long way from where we are with Norwalk. The Whiteley team said they're going. Obviously, Joey Severance is going. He owns the racetrack.
Yep.
And whether or not Chris Demke goes out there to either try to win or try to block is yet to be determined. Part of it is going to be decided by what they do here today.
And remember, this weekend started with all 10 of the top 10 players in competition. Joey Severance tied with Demke for that point lead, didn't even qualify for this event.
Yeah, the number of times that Chris Demke and that OSI team has gone up against a Norm Grimes tuned car. I wonder if even the stat guy has numbers like that. Norm Grimes got picked up by Mark Tolliver during the offseason, so this is kind of an old rivalry between teams, even if not so much between drivers. If Demke has to pedal it, his weekend's over here.
It is going to be the #1 qualifier, who just went 276.35 mile-an-hour top speed of the weekend.
That is thundering in a blown alcohol car. 5:28 comes along with the elapsed time. That 5:33 for Dempke. One of the better runs he's made all weekend, but too little, too late when the guy in the other lane is running like that.
So we're noting 5:28.7 low elapsed time, coupled with that big-time speed.
And with Mike Strauss. Welcome back to Norwalk, Ohio for the Summit Racing Equipment Nationals. Coming up in the finals for top alcohol dragster, Mark Taliaferro taking on Mike Strasburg. And Mark Taliaferro, just that incredible run just moments ago. 276 miles an hour. Hey, are you surprised? How surprised are you at that?
Very surprised. I mean, that was an awesome run. That's Norm Grimes' horsepower right there. My crew's busting their tails. Maybe we can get a win here today. We appreciate y'all guys. Thank y'all.
Not too much wrong there. They will make their way back down to the pits to begin the turnaround. The top alcohol dragster final. Steve, stat guy.
Final round here for Mike Strasburg. This is his 29th race in top alcohol dragster. He raced 86 times in top fuel, 115 opportunities to win his first ever Wally.
Mark Taliaferro has 3 final round appearances, 1 win and 2 losses. Both of those losses were to the Why Not Racing team when Norm Grimes was the crew chief. But remember, Norm Grimes is now calling the shots for that Marco car. Oh, that's a big advantage.
Oh, that race changed hands a couple of times.
Mike
How about Strasburg?
His first national event win, 5:45.269. Mark Taliaferro looked like he had him whooped. And then his car quit. And Strasburg went right on by.
Strasburg held 500s off the starting line. A little shake there. You saw Taliaferro streak by. But then there goes the rubber band, the blower belt.
Oh, that stinking blower belt. You might as well shut the key off. You're going to watch this race. Oh, Taliaferro was on his way. This is going to be the thrill of victory and agony of defeat on the same run.
Oh, not so fast. Strasburg and the Why Not crew become the 138th different winner in top alcohol dragster, much to the frustration of Taliaferro's crew.